NASCAR Heat 5 Racing. NASCAR Heat 5 Racing. So, we have a blast here. And here we go. Racing at the Indianapolis Road Course. Don't ask me why, I've never raced here before. It's the only reason. What's this? Why are they so far behind? Just the full race. Yeah, I had to make it interesting. Dude, what? I barely go over the curve. Alright. Wanna play that game? Alright. I wanted to make it interesting. It was getting boring. Big hit. Yellow flag. Nobody wrecked. Alright, y'all know the rule. Every caution. Every checking of the stream. So, there's one person watching. Thank you, that one person. We were racing at the Indianapolis Road Course. Green flags back out. This is the full race. I got a caution early. Well, how come Amarola doesn't have to, the 10 not have to serve a penalty? He just ran right where I ran last lap, and I got a penalty. Dang, that worked last time. Hey, here we go. This might make us have to fight a little bit. Whoa! Dude, I just got spun out. And then you're gonna say, oh, you can't go there. You can't race there. Okay, I see how it is. See how it is NASCAR. Dude, these things about to kill me. Well, at least everybody stopped for me. That was nice. Oh, Stenhouse, bro. Chill. "15 laps to go, stage 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see that, Igor. How is Chase Elliott and them all the way up there? Lord? I barely went over the curb. Wow, this is crazy. Chat, spam this game is crazy. If you think this is nuts. Oh. Well, that's new. I'm trying to cause a caution here. We can I'll check the stream. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. It wasn't perfect. You know what? Going down this access road. See? We're right back racing with it. No. No, we're not. You know what? I'm not racing here anymore. It's too goofy. It's too goofy, bro.
Damn it.
They're the same. Is this 100%? Yeah, it's 100%. Alright, here we go. I've always wondered if that was Fanatic or Fanatic. But I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, I should have gotten the Brad Keselowski car that he won this race in that 1 year. getting some practice laps in at Charlotte before the 600. About a 90 years. No, that's not good. That's not gonna help. Come on. That's how that session's gonna end. Or is it? Too fast? Too fast entering? Wow. Okay, well. You put that down. Chat, spam pit crew in chat. I have a minute and 1 second of a pit stop. That's a lot. That's a long pit stop. That's... I'm watching this pit stop here. Pit stop. Helmet cam. I guess that's what you can call it. Whoa. Whoa. Way up the racetrack. "32 seconds. That's not good. Somebody just wrecked us. Now the car won't steer. Time for the pit crew. Type pit crew in the chat. Spam pit crew. Just got done with our pit cycle. Oh, here comes Jimmy Johnson. Uh-oh. Jimmy. I always remember what Jimmy did in the, wasn't it 05 600? One on the outside of Bobby Labonte. Hello, person. The game is not wanting to load right now. So we're gonna have to sit here and wait till it loads. Well, the game is really laggy right now. I'm just gonna wait until it clears up. So the game is not wanting to unpause right now. So I guess we just sit here and chat. Okay then. Hello there.
Hi, son. What you cook today? Why are you going backwards down pit road? Huh?
I don't know. That was close.
Driving the wrong way. What you want to try to do? Wreck your car?
I was gonna try and fly vertically. You're flying like an eagle.
You already messed up your car. Oh, I guess you cheated because it tells you which lane is the fastest. You got a black flag?
Yeah, because I went too far down. Went too fast on pit road.
Gonna pull in or? Well, they do that automatically.
Yeah. I remember I had like 30-second damage with all of the pit stops, and I had a black flag. I had to stay in the pits for a minute. Like my pit time was a whole minute.
Practice.
Yeah, it updated last night. There's a new racetrack.
A new racetrack. How did it update?
My phone.
You got your phone hooked up to Wi-Fi?
Yeah,
Hotspot?
We're racing in Charlotte. Racing in Charlotte, North Carolina. I got the 90 years. Whoa. Y'all are gonna have to bear with me. I'm having my tripod broke. Having to hold it with my hand. That's a lot of laps. Look at the detail. Oh my gosh. Look at the detail on this race car. Yeah, you're looking at NASCAR Heat 5. Sketch. NASCAR Heat 5. Sketch. So that means... Welcome to the channel. Look at my steering wheel. Look at the steering wheel. I got the steering wheel. Got the pedals down there. I got the game. I got the steering wheel. Standard PS4 steering wheel. I got the Mountain Dew car. Mountain Dew. Alright, let's turn the filter off. Let's go with the Mountain Dew type look. They put in new number fonts. Yay. Chevrolet. Ooh. Ooh. Fire scheme chat. Fire scheme. So Indianapolis is only nice sound up. Well, let's check the stream. One person. Yay! Finally, after an hour of streaming, finally get at least one person to watch. And I'm tired. It's only 2:20 here in Alabama. Little hellions. We got this thundering outside. Wait, hold up. What? It was just thundering outside. We got a NASCAR Heat 5 going. You know what? I might change this live to go. I might change this live to go look at my Ford I have outside. Tell me in the chat if we should go look at my old Ford that we have in the back or at my house. Instead of doing some NASCAR Heat 5. Because I think it was last night where, upstairs ceiling fan. We're doing something. Okay. Whatever. We're live in my backyard. Drinking, sponsor of today's stream, Mountain Dew. As we have hit 1 hour of being live on stream. And it's thundering up there. That's a lot of thunder up there. We were racing, but now we're not. It's thundering, but we're gonna go see my Ford I have up here. I have a 1970 Ford F100. She's old and she didn't work, but need to be careful of rattlesnakes up there. And thunder. And lightning. Okay. Didn't look like any critters crawled in. This is my Ford F-100, 1970. There's a lot of stuff in the back. But let's get in. Let's flip the camera around. So we are in the 1970 Ford F-100. Why am I cheap like that? We're in the F-100. Had to crack me an old Mountain Dew. It's a great day to be alive in Needham, Alabama. So, I don't know. I may sit here until it starts raining and just keep sitting up here. Oh, here comes my hunting dog. So this is the inside of my 1970 Ford F-100, blue, automatic. There's still a cassette in the cassette player. And it was Metallica, the album. I don't know if you can read that or not. Maybe like flipped around or something. But this thing, the Black Album. This truck had air conditioning, surprisingly. Usually that's not what happens. Usually there's not air conditioning in these older models. But in these older models, there's usually not air conditioning. There's no rearview mirror. Not surprising. I used to drag race in this thing. But I mean, besides that and cobwebs, I mean, this is the truck. You got a Grant steering wheel. Got the blinker. It has the RPM. It has a RPM gauge. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a RPM gauge right here. These being factory. I don't remember those being factory on these trucks. So, I don't think those are factory on these trucks. Well, there it goes. Man, this Mountain Dew's good. So, I started getting into trucks, cars, or NASCAR. I was young. I think it was back when Jeff Gordon was still racing in NASCAR. I think it was his last year. And I'm like, young. Jeff Gordon's last year. And I remember watching Matt Kenseth put Joey Logano on the wall. at Martinsville, and then I think I stopped watching, or like I didn't watch anymore until um until 2021. In 2021, it was the Kyle Larson show. Um, but then I really got into it. 2022. That's when I really got into NASCAR. Was 2022, and favorite driver is William Byron. I don't know how that came along. I guess me liking Jeff Gordon, and the number just came along. Um, if William Byron wouldn't be my favorite driver, it'd probably be Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson for sure. Um, but Byron's done good this year. 2022 he did good. 2023 was his breakout year. This year he's gotten 3 races, but he's not performing to the best of his abilities this year. It's I don't know where he is in the point standings. I think he's sixth in the point standings. Um, but William Byron, I wouldn't say he's underrated or overrated. He's a good driver. He's just not consistent. Kyle Larson, on the other hand, he's consistent. He's probably one of the most consistent drivers in the field. Ross Chastain was starting to get consistent at the end of 2023 before, him and Denny Hamlin, before them two started going back at it. But William Byron, he's not consistent. He's one of those guys, yeah, I run good at this track, and this track, but I'm not consistent anywhere else. I don't run good anywhere else. But Byron last year was breakout season. But I don't see why he couldn't win it this year. I could see later in the schedule, which is now, I could see him later in the schedule, start picking up top 10s, maybe some top 5s. Let me go back to, where was it? Watkins Glen, Texas, Atlanta, Martinsville. He won Martinsville earlier this year. He might do the sweep. Atlanta. I'd like to see him win Atlanta. I'd like to see him win anywhere. Where did he get close? I forgot. Atlanta, he was running good. Then he got taken out of it. I mean, he didn't get taken out. He got wrecked going into pit road by Michael McDowell. Then at Las Vegas, they're racing, and then a trash bag blows up on his grill, and that makes him overheat. He has to pit stop. He's a couple laps down. So he's had his close moments, but I think he needs to perform better. He dominated COTA. He in the Xfinity race. Martinsville, he was there in the end. COTA, if there was another 2 laps, he wouldn't have won that race because somebody was hard charging. And the Daytona 500, we haven't even mentioned Daytona yet. Daytona, he almost lost it. If Ross Chastain and somebody else wouldn't have gotten together on the final lap in the Daytona 500, it wouldn't have gone Williams' way. Ross Chastain would have gotten up there. Ross would have gotten up there, and when the momentum he had coming from behind, Byron would have fell back, and it'd just be the fate of the field. It'd be the fate of what the field decided they're gonna do. But William could have still won it if it had probably been a close finish, because with all the momentum that Chastain had, he would have to get on the brake a little bit. And Byron, he would just be connecting with Bowman, setting them back, but then they'd have their moment to go forward. While Chastain and them were just now linking back. So, I mean, it would have been a close finish at Daytona. Like I said, Atlanta this year, very close finish. But Byron, early laps, first pit cycle, he gets turned by Michael McDowell on pit road. Or going into pit road. So, Byron just needs to turn the season around. And some people are like, turn the season around. He has 3 wins. He's tied with 3 wins with Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson. Probably the 2 most consistent drivers in the field right now. So, Byron needs to, what I would say, tighten up. I don't know where he's starting today. The race is at 6. So, the race is at 6 tonight. I'm on Central Standard because I'm in Alabama. And the race is at 6. The NASCAR race at Iowa is at 6 tonight. I don't know where Byron's starting. I know Kyle Larson got the pole. That's the only thing I know. Larson, I think he's leading the points right now. Byron is 6th in points. And Byron just needs to tighten up. I mean, that's all he needs, and he needs to tighten up. I mean, that's all I have to say. He needs to, think about all the things. Last year, Final Four, he barely made it into the Final Four after that late Martinsville race. That late Martinsville race was bad. He had a cooling problem with his suit. He started in his suit. He started, the coolant, the air conditioning in the suit, it just didn't work. So he was sitting there with a car that's 135 degrees, inside, and the sun is wide open. That adds another 10 degrees. That's like 145 degrees. Then in his suit, it's in this layer of fire suit protection. So it's like really hot in there. He's in this helmet, and that's going to be even hotter. So he was probably experiencing, 145, 155 degree temperatures in the car, having to, get on the gas, get on the brake, downshift twice in a lap. Get up there, upshift once, upshift twice, get back down there, downshift twice, on and on. In 155 degrees, that's bad. But the Final Four race, that was so much controversy. It would have played out different. It would have played out different, the championship 4, if they had 4 races. Like championship, you have 4 drivers with 4 chances to win, the championship. And whoever has the best finishes, said and done, that means that the regular season is going to have to be shorter and all that stuff. Or you give more tracks dual schedules, so they have 2 races per year. That means every track that we race on would have 2 races per year. That takes, only half of our tracks have dual races. And so if we combine the other half, you have the full season. You have the full season and possibly half the playoffs covered. Then, you could take, after that first race that the other races run, bring in some other tracks. Bring in tracks that haven't been used. Like, bring back Rockingham, or they're already talking about going to Bowman Gray. Don't go back to LA. I mean, that's not where NASCAR needs to be going. NASCAR is from the southeast, and we're not, we're having the precursor to our grand race in California, while over here we're having the actual greatest race. I think they should bring back the Bud shootout. The Budweiser shootout, all they did, with the Budweiser shootout, all they did, they took all the people who had a pole in the last season, and whoever had the most would start up in the front, and NASCAR should just bring back the Bud shootout. I mean, it's so much easier. Just don't do a clash. Just do the Bud shootout. It's so much easier. You give the person $500,000, and then, have the two twin 150s, or the duels, we still have those. And then, have all that. All-Star race, it's fine where it is. Wilkesboro, well, no, I say that. The All-Star race needs to be at Bowman Gray. I think that the All-Star race should be at Bowman Gray. So you have the Clash, a non-point spanning race, and the All-Star race, also a non-point spanning race at the same track. That's two races at the same track. Then that leaves Wilkesboro with a points paying race and possibly another, in the playoffs. We should have Wilkesboro in the regular season and in the playoffs, but the regular season, it should not be the All-Star race. So we should have the Clash. NASCAR should have the Clash at Bowman Gray. Then, Daytona with the Budweiser shootout. They should bring back the Budweiser shootout. They should bring back, the twin 125s. And then I'm thinking, second race, Atlanta. Third race, Las Vegas, Phoenix. Wish we still had Auto Club. So there's, Bowman Gray, Daytona 500, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Phoenix, and come back to the East Coast, do all the stuff. Daytona needs, needs to still be the season finale. Put Bowman Gray, All-Star race, so it's two races. Put Wilkesboro somewhere in the regular season, replacing whatever track that fans hate and that the racing is terrible at. You just take a track like that out, and then you put in Wilkesboro. And then put Wilkesboro number 2 in the playoffs, so you have a good racetrack in the playoffs. I can't remember what all tracks are in the playoffs. All I know is that Homestead should host a finale. Phoenix needs to be out of the playoffs. Well, I say that. Put it in the round of 12. Phoenix in the round of 12. Homestead Homestead needs to be season finale. Um, uh, Homestead needs to be season finale. Like, that's what it should be. But, you know, NASCAR is not going to do anything about it. They think that their package is great. Their short track package needs fixing. The only reason the Bristol race was good this year, the first Bristol race, is because, and that's the truth. That's the only reason that the race this year was good, because NASCAR's short track package is garbage, complete garbage. So Goodyear really clutched at Bristol. That was up there. Atlanta, I love Atlanta being a super speedway. It has produced some of the greatest racing that we've seen in a while. And soon, Atlanta is going to be known as, the smaller Talladega, where the last lap, like we saw in, the past Atlanta races, the last lap was, the last lap was, shoot. The last lap had, crashes. They were wrecking, and they were hard wrecks on the last lap at Atlanta, kind of like Talladega. Just like Talladega. You go to Talladega, last 10 laps, they're gonna wreck. I don't think that there has been a Talladega race without a wreck, even coming to the start-finish line. I think both of Blaney's Talladega close ones, they wrecked right at the line. Coming out of the travel, they wrecked. This year, I was at the first Talladega race. I was there. In the last 10 laps of that race, they were, it was boring. That's not the last 10 laps you expect at Talladega. They're racing too wide whole time. Last lap, still too wide. Top line disconnects on back straightaway. They're regaining their strength, coming off of 4. They're regaining their strength coming off of 4. Brad K makes a move. McDowell blocks. Brad K goes back down. McDowell overcorrects. And boom, he wrecks. Whole field wrecks. Tyler Reddick steals one. That's how you put the last lap. It was that boring. Until Corey LaJoie flipped. He didn't. He kind of did. He rolled over. And to be there and seeing that, that was my first race, I thought the race, it was fun. The racing was meh, especially when the Toyotas wrecked. That was like, that has got to be the worst way to lose a race. Just trying to push each other and you can't even push. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, things about to start raining though. The wind's really kicking it in high gear out here. I don't know if y'all can hear it. And yeah, there goes my thing. Lightning struck 15 miles northwest of my location. So, I'm in danger. So when the stream hits 100 minutes, I'm going to stop it. So. Yeah, I might just get out. Let me see. So, I don't know what I should do. Because I kind of don't want to go back and start racing. I don't want to race anymore. Like, I'm tired of it. That's 2 whole streams of just racing. I wish my moderator could be here. He's my best friend, Andrew Dessertales. He has his own YouTube. He was here last stream, but there's some problems with getting the last stream uploaded to the channel. And there's just probably going to be a long time before this one gets loaded too. It's probably going to be a long time before this one gets uploaded. Because, you know, they're 2 hours long. Well, the last stream was 1 hour and 54 minutes. That's, you know, some streamers don't go to that length. And it felt like nothing for me because it was, you know, late at night. And, my strategy on that was maybe more people will, you know, join if it's late at night. Because, you know, I don't know what it is. It's like a proven fact that people are more active at night on their phones. Especially kids who aren't supposed to be. But during the day, you know, especially since it's Father's Day, you know, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. But, you know, it's Father's Day, and, you know, not a lot of people are probably going to join in because, first of all, I'm a small, you know, creator, and second, because it's Father's Day, and they're, you know, doing something with their dad, and that's why usually I, like, wait until nightfall, and then do it, but I'm probably not going to be able to do it today. I'm doing it later. I'm doing it in the afternoon today because, you know, today's Sunday and it's Father's Day. But, you know, my dad, you know, he's one of those that works a lot, and, you know, this is one of his only weeks off. So it's you know, I don't know. I'm starting to get this little hunch of, you know, watching Storm Chasing, Reed Timmer, you know, all, getting a hunch of like watching Reed Timmer, Sean Casey, you know, especially Reed Timmer. I like to see him storm chase. You know, that's one of my many trials of, you know, like, you know, just a couple years ago, I wanted to be an astronaut. That changed. Now I want to be a NASCAR driver. Now I'm getting into storm chasing. So who know? I mean, who knows? And I don't know. You know, or just be a YouTuber. You know, I mean, being a YouTuber is definitely a full-time job, especially for the ones who, you know, do role play or stuff. Or I mean, not really a role play, but do challenges and stuff like Mr. Beast or, you know, all those big YouTubers. They got famous for doing risky challenges. Like that's why they're famous, for doing risky challenges that involved them almost getting hurt, you know. And, you know, and clickbait is becoming a really big problem these days. You know, there's people, There's people who put themselves on the cover of Mr. Beast videos and say, I met Mr. Beast, when really it's just them playing Fortnite. I mean, it's clickbait is real. I mean, everybody knows that. And then, we have green screen kids who, I will admit it, 2 years ago, I was a green screen kid. Until, those green screen kids who are getting 50,000 likes and comments and 100,000 views, 50,000 likes, you know, 20,000 comments saying stop green screen kids. Why comment? I mean, that's just boosting them. Um, I was once a green screen kid, but I wouldn't. That was like years ago. That was like first when shorts came out, and that was a long time ago. Um, but now they have, the short form like lives. I mean I mean, so we're approaching the 100-minute mark of our stream, which means I'm getting off of the stream. For it being my second stream, I think I had a lot more people join in and watch this time and actually watch longer for like longer periods of time. Um, you know, it's been a fun ride. YouTube, it's with some of my recent videos blowing up. Um, so YouTube is kind of a side hobby. So it's one of those things that I do for fun. I don't really do it for a living. I do it for fun. I was like, oh well, I want to see the internet. I want the internet to see this video of a car flipping 100 feet in the air, 50 feet in the air. It's, and then that video only gets 2 views. And then a video of something stupid that I filmed in like 2016, 2018 blows up. I mean, that's like the stuff that I want people to see is not what gets seen. It's what I don't. I mean, it's just posting for fun. Get bored, post something, it blows up, and I know I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. I don't want to get paid until I need money. Then I'll sign up for that thing. Try and look for sponsorships. But besides that, we're reaching 94 minutes live. Jacob R was good. So the stream is gonna end at 100 minutes, and it may go to 112. So it'd be like 2 hours, a 2-hour stream. You never know. I might stay on here until we get to 3 hours. Which is not gonna happen. It's about to come a flood up here in Alabama. So speaking of Alabama's talk about Alabama's football. It is my stepbrother, Jay Lindsay. He's going to play as a tight end at Alabama. Alabama's football is, I can see it getting in a little bit of a rut over the next year or two. I see it getting in a rut, and then it's selling in the next couple of years, especially with the raw talent that people have. The raw talent that they have, that high schools are producing, the raw talent. And some of the teams that our high schools play against, they have some high schoolers that are just, they look like they're from the NFL, but really they don't want to go on and play football. And that's the bad part, because we're in Alabama, and if Alabama's going to reach out, if Alabama football is going to say, hey, come play for us, and then, they're gaining another good talent. Alabama's on a decline right now. But Auburn has, sorry to the Auburn fans, Alabama's here, starting to come down. Auburn had that 1 year, and then they've been down here, like, ever since. They've been sitting down here. Alabama, they're just rise and rise and rise, and then Georgia, sneak attack, and then they drop. Georgia again. They drop again. They're sitting up here. They beat Georgia. Will rise. And then they have to make an exit through the playoffs. Then they drop. What I'm really concerned about is the past 2 Iron Bowls have been really close. Between Alabama and Auburn. They've been too close. Like, I started praying during the last Iron Bowl. Like, it got serious. I started praying. Like, Lord, please. It got bad. Alabama's on a decline. The rest of the SEC, especially with Texas and Oklahoma, Alabama's gonna have to step up their game. Like, even I was at a conference, or like a student meeting, athletic student meeting at Alabama, because stepbrother, he's playing at Alabama. I went to one, and their staff said in the past few years we could see where we were going. This year we have no clue. With a new coach, that's going to really decline Alabama. Alabama lost some really good commits after Saban retired. But, my stepbrother, he was being smart. He's like, this is Alabama. Why just, it's a coach, but it's a Hall of Fame coach. Like, even though he wasn't even inducted into, he wasn't even on the ballot yet. He was like, this is a Hall of Fame coach that just retired. He's old. It's about time. I'm not going to leave my dream school just because a coach left, like all these other 5-star and 4-stars. My brother was a 3-star. He was like one of 5 3-stars that Alabama picked up last year. So, and for him to be a part of Nick Saban's last recruiting class, it was really an honor for him. But he was at a basketball practice when somebody ran in and said, "Hey man, Nick Saban just retired." It was a sad time to be an Alabama fan. I'll tell you. It's still. But Kalen DeBoer, I think he has it. I think he's got it. I'm not certain about that, but I don't really have very high hopes, but I have enough hope in him to, keep watching Alabama football instead of turning on some Florida State game or Florida or Georgia, it's just Alabama is really on the decline. Get 2 new members of the SEC. It's not going to be good for Alabama next year. They have to play Oklahoma. I think they have to play Georgia. So it's not going to be good if they come out. If they go into the batter's box swinging and missing, it's just not going to be good. It's going to be bad news bears for Alabama. And if they do good, and if they do good in like starting off, and then they just keep going, we may have a shot at playoffs. We barely got into the playoffs last year. So that acceleration for Alabama, at the very end of the year, we were watching the playoff inductions live, and we just started praying. They said number 4 spot, and there's this big moment of silence, and then we're just like we're all holding our breath. Our whole household is Alabama fans. We're all holding our breath, and then Alabama, and then we just start going nuts. I mean, we're just so happy, and then they make an exit in the first round. So I mean, but I forgot. I totally forgot about the 12-team playoff system that they're inducting this year. That means a lot of teams are going to be in the playoffs. Honestly, if Auburn does good next year, I think Auburn could be that last spot. If they do good, I can see Alabama being top 10. Unless all their key players get injured, and then it's just gonna it's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be good. The sky is turning black here in Alabama. The wind's starting to blow, but I met Nick Saban once. He came to our school, and our school only has about 300 kids in it. And no, I'm not talking about like an elementary school. I'm talking about elementary and high school. They're like 300 kids all in one. We're a private school in a small town, with another private school a town below us. This is like we're in rural Alabama. We're next. We're about 2 hours away from Starkville. 2 hours away from Mobile. About an hour and a half from Tuscaloosa. I think it's 2 hours from Montgomery. So Tuscaloosa, me being a Alabama fan, and then starting to get into storm chasing, hearing about the 2011 tornado. I mean, if you're an Alabama fan, you're an Alabama fan. If you've been an Alabama fan for long enough, you would remember that. But I think Alabama is they just need to, like I've said this 16 times, like Alabama just needs to step up their game. And going back to the NASCAR talk, just like William Byron and Alabama are like just the same. We're just taking 2 years, the past 3 years from William Byron and the past entire history of Alabama. They're pretty much the same. Dominant. Dominant. We get to the past couple years. We get to the past 2 years, past year. Inconsistent. Barely makes the playoffs. This year, I mean, William Byron easily made the playoffs going into the way NASCAR sets up their system. They have 12 drivers in the first round, 6 in the second, 8 in the second, 6, and then 4. And then those 4 are, one race to race it out. But, so Byron almost didn't make the final round. He was close. He was the last spot in. But Alabama, it was close. It was almost too close. I almost had to leave the room for the anticipation. I almost had to leave our living room. The anticipation was high. But, dang, we're at 106 minutes and 5 seconds of streaming today. If you're watching and you enjoy what I do, I would subscribe. Obviously, I'm not trying to be one of those guys. Oh, if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna haunt you when you die. I mean, You know, I mean, just if you feel like it, you know, like the stream if you feel like it. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I do this for fun. You know, it's not like I depend on it or anything. I'm not getting paid. But you know, just 6 more minutes, and then I'm gonna end the stream. So I've had a time. I've really had a time doing this streaming thing. You know, I'm sweating in a 1970 Ford F100. F100. They didn't even have F150s back then. You know, I mean, it was crazy. So I'm actually gonna get out of the vehicle. I'm getting out. Stretch my legs. Stretch my legs. I need to roll up this window here. Here's the inside of the Ford F-150. Not F-150, F-100. It has no gas tank, but it does have a no trespassing. So y'all don't be trespassing. No trespassing, okay? That's not allowed. It has a nice interior besides the seat. It's kind of ripped here. Love the top. We're from Alabama. We know how to party. Still has the roll-up windows. I personally do not like these. It shows how much of an antique it is. But, yeah, don't mind the Mountain Dew can. I would say it's to sponsor the stream, but it's not. So, oh, yeah, and these are custom side pipes. Usually they're coming out from back there, but now they're coming out from here. And they're dual side pipes instead of being one coming out. Instead of being one coming out from right there, you have one here and then one on the other side over there. I don't know if I can pop the hood of this thing because she's old. She's very old. Has the original tag. I mean, not original, but so I am gonna try to lift this hood here. So I'm gonna flip the camera. Now you can watch me struggle. Watch me struggle trying to open this thing. She is rusty. She is really rusty. Why is this thing so rusty, man? I mean, it's tough. All right, let's try this again. Whew, we got a little bit. Just a tad, just a tad. Is anybody even? Yeah, we got one person watching. Thank you for staying. Appreciate your company. Oh, there it goes. Whew. All right. So we have the engine. She's old. So my dad, he redid the heads on here. He did the heads. He redid the exhaust. As you can probably tell, that was a long time ago. You know, the wheel wells are rusted. Air filter would be there. You know, she's not in the best shape. She's not in her prime. She ain't as good as she once was. So sit you down again. There we go. All right, so on this side, you know, like I said, there's the side pipes. There's still air in this tire. That is surprising. And they have these. little side window things right there. So we're nearing the end of our journey. I'm about to stop the stream, so hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did. And I'll see you guys on the next one.